Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Philip puts on his shirt on today's episode of Days of Our Lives, he receives a knock at the door. When Kate enters and inquires as to whether he wears that to court, Philip tells her about his lawyer switch. Kate finds it intriguing that he has his ex-girlfriends, Stephanie and Belle, working for him. He ignores her insults and claims that he invited her to testify for him today. She responds, "Oh, I don't think that's a good idea." Speaking about the letter on the stand makes her uneasy. Vivian can't keep her mouth quiet since she has too much loose cannon. Philip assures Belle that she won't inquire about the letter. Kate is holding secrets from Roman and wishes she had never even heard of the letter. She will always take his place in life. Always. She isn't, however, lying in court. Days as Philip speaks to her in his room at the Salem Inn, Kate extends her hands as if she were about to shake hands. Sean informs Roman that he has returned to the force and will be staying at the Brady pub. Roman congratulates him with joy and informs him that Belle and he have been missed. After becoming silent, Sean informs Roman that Belle has left town and their marriage is finished. Roman apologizes to Sean as they sit. Sean explained that they simply grew apart and decided that space and time were beneficial to them. Roman talks about his breakup with Marlena and how it took time for the hurt to go away, but he's in the right place. Following Roman and Sean's conclusion, Kate arrives bearing the news that Belle's lawyer is Philip's. Roman is taken aback. Philip believes Belle has already departed. Kate believes it's best if Belle leaves town after she's finished, but Roman believes they need to learn to get along. After that, Statesville calls Roman. "Vivian Alamain? What on earth do you desire?" Sean from Days casts a doubtful glance at Belle in front of Sweet Bits. When Belle and Sean discover that neither of them is leaving Salem, they surprise one another in Horton Square. Belle begs Sean for a huge favor after they explain why. Now she wants him to testify. Meanwhile, Belle receives a special delivery from Brady when he comes home, her divorce papers. Despite appearing uneasy, Belle claims it's merely a formality. Since Sean is heading to Beau, she simply questions when she will ever see him go. Then, to Brady's surprise, she says she's staying in town on Philip's behalf. She describes the incident and requests her brother's assistance in testifying against Xander. However, he cannot and will not. They moved past the incident with Sarah's accident and attempted murder. In addition, Philip set him up for murder and he works for Xander. In the living room, Brady gives a folder to a dubious Belle. Brady warns her that won't work when Belle nonchalantly tells him she'll just have to subpoena him. She needs to win in a different way. Maggie says good morning to Justin as he works at the table at the Kiriakis' mansion. Without any delay, Justin asks her to testify today on Xander's behalf. A character witness who knew Victor, like Maggie, would reassure Justin because the judge is erratic. However, she doesn't want to be involved in this. Maggie maintains Victor never discussed these matters with her, despite his attempts to persuade her. Although she is aware that Victor desired Xander, she still cares for Philip, who is Victor's son. She doesn't want anything to do with the legal issue. Sarah and Xander awaken in bed upstairs. She claims he was tossing and turning all night, but he dismisses her worries. It will be a tough day, and Xander fears that the judge will side with Philip and cost him everything. The assurance from yesterday was a front. It's much scary in reality. Sarah tells him that Victoria and she are always there for him, which he claims is the reason he wishes to back them. His schemes are failing because the court is erratic and Philip has a new, apparently excellent attorney. They begin kissing after Sarah gives Xander the best assurance she can. Following an altercation in bed, Xander declares that he feels much better and gives Sarah credit for her unwavering love and support. After hearing that Maggie wishes to maintain her neutrality, Xander eventually gets ready and descends. That's all right, he understands. Sarah surprises everyone by claiming she no longer needs her cane, which only serves to heighten the joy. In the living room, Days Xander makes gestures while speaking to Maggie and Justin. After Sarah, Justin, and Xander arrive in the courtroom, the first two go out for coffee. When Xander is alone himself, Philip enters. Xander adds that this arguing isn't good for Maggie and provides Philip the opportunity to abandon the case before he humiliates himself. Philip mocks him and jokes that after he wins, he will give Xander back to the gardener. May Victor's preferred son triumph. Shortly after Xander departs to buy coffee, Belle arrives. Kate couldn't make it, according to Philip, and Belle says the same about Brady. Belle is his attorney, so he asks if she can testify. The judge returns shortly after the other three. Belle adds the purported letter from Victor to the evidence. She then shows a letter from Philip's European doctors stating that Victor left him nothing because he was better after pretending to die. She then summons Sean to the witness stand. Philip and Xander from Days square off in the courtroom. According to Sean's testimony, Uncle Philip, the Golden Kid, raised him with the intention of taking over. He was the obvious choice. He is certain that Victor desired it. Justin stands up to question him about whether Victor ever stated that they should disregard his wishes in order to figure out what he desired using anecdotal evidence. No, Sean concedes before resigning. Belle had nothing further to say. He claims Victor's intentions were obvious and hands over his will to the judge. Belle believes he should be present to testify and allow her to cross-examine him when he shows a letter of support from Alex. Unfortunately, Alex is working on body and soul, Justin says. The judge says that's not good enough. Denied evidence. Sarah is then called to the stand by Justin. Maggie tells Brady she was heading to a meeting and wanted to ask if he wanted to accompany her. Neither of them feels comfortable choosing sides, so they both fill each other in. Brady responds, "I think we should just let Xander and Philip work this out for themselves." Kate takes the phone out of Roman's hand in the last moments of the show, reprimands Vivian, and tells her not to call ever again. After apologizing and hanging up, she sends Roman off to see if the delivery has arrived. But instead of hanging up, she picked up the phone again and told Vivian to keep quiet for Philip's benefit as well as her own. "You'd better not mess with me." Brady and Maggie discuss how Sarah's accident served as a wake-up call for Brady and helped him regain sobriety over at John and Marlena's. Maggie also expresses her gratitude to him for persuading Kristen to give him the serum. With her and Xander, things appear to be finally moving in the right direction. Sarah discusses the bond between Victor and Xander and claims that Xander loved his father. He inspired the name of their daughter. Sarah did. Sarah goes on to discuss Philip's money laundering scam at Titan with Ava and his absence throughout Victor's last years. After that, Victor became heartsick for his son.